Hey, what up you guys? My name is Free and today I'm going to be showing you guys a simple drum technique that I feel is very useful for your production if you guys do a lot of like rock, pop punk, R&B, pop kind of productions. And I basically learned this technique from these Korean producers called Groovyroom. You guys can go and check them out. I'm gonna put like a link somewhere in the description. Basically, they have this Class 101 course. It's actually a paid course, but basically in one of the chapters they covered this technique called drum break technique. So what they do is they incorporate drum breaks into their productions in order to create like a sense of realism within the production, so it sounds like as if the drums are recorded within the studio, but technically all they do is they just utilize good samples along with a mix of like their own drum samples. So I'm going to show you guys an example of how it would sound like without a drum break. So what you guys are seeing in front of you right now here is I chopped and screwed like my own drum break in the production, and I'm going to show you guys like with and without. So this is without. I mean, it sounds cool, it's alright. Okay, so with the drum break, it sounds like this. Notice the difference? It sounds a little bit more realistic, like as if you are within the studio. Without and with. So you guys are probably wondering like, okay, so how do I utilize this technique? I'm gonna show an example. Basically, the original loop is actually from Splice. It's called SHS Grunge Drum. So basically, when I first heard this loop, when I was making this beat, when I first heard this loop, I gave it a listen and I was thinking, okay, wait, there's way too many kicks. I only want like the rim and maybe like a bit more spacing. So what I end up doing is I chopped and screwed the entire loop in order for me to create like a more customized version of my loop. I wanted to create, I didn't want to just lazily like plug the loop and throw it onto the production and just call it a day. So what I did is I did this, and I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed something. Okay, so like certain people, if they hear of like this drum technique, what they may do is all they do is just they would just be like, let me just take out like the kick and the snare, right? But the thing is, the empty spaces make it sound very unnatural, and when you guys start to compress and you start to mix and master towards the end of your productions, it's going to be very obvious that there's like an empty space here. So what you can do is you can extract certain empty noise or background sounds and fill it up in between in order to make it sound like it's more concise, make it sound like as if it's recorded in a room. And this is the reason why vintage drum breaks are the best, because they always have like the kind of dirtiness, a bit of that grunginess from the background that is able to give you this kind of like, you know, ambience while allowing you to maintain and customize the loop according to your needs. So if you were to, you know, create like, okay, I'm gonna play you guys like without the ambience and then with. This is without, okay? It sounds a bit unnatural, but if you play it with the ambience, you know, all of that hi-hat, you know, what do you call it, like release, it helps to fill up the gap of the loop. And Groovyroom uses a lot of this technique. I've seen their beat breakdowns on a lot of CK beats. I've seen it in a lot of like their own productions. Basically in some of the chapters in Class 101, they will show you like, oh, this is how we created the beat for this song and blah blah blah. And you will notice that this is everywhere on their productions, even like even hi-hat loops like this. This is from a volume 1 vintage breaks kit, and it's number 85, or see, it is the exact same one on like this. So what I did was that I just chopped and screwed it according to what I want. And yeah, you guys can use drum breaks in order to create like your own sound, create like a environment. It's basically just to create an environment so that the listener thinks like as if it's recorded within like a studio. And these are the minor details that can make you stand out as a producer. And I hope that this technique has been a bit of a eye opener for you. You guys should go and give it a try, give it a shot. Let me know down in the comment section if this has been useful for you. I know it's a very short tutorial, but I feel like this is one of the most important techniques that I've learned in Groovyroom's Class 101, and I just wanted to share with you guys like my take on how drum breaks are used in my own production. So this beat called Lady is like my second most viewed beat on YouTube. So I hope this has given you some insights as to how you can create that kind of like realistic drums for your own productions. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any suggestions, please like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll leave all of the links for all of these breaks that I've used for my own stuff down in the comment sections. I mean down in the description, my bad. Yeah, and peace out.